Hi there, I'm Jared, and this is the Simply Tuning In Weekly Review. In our last lesson on Tuesday, we talked about harmonies. Basically, how do you sing in harmonies? A harmony is just when you have one note, and then you sing another note that's different at the same time. Could be more notes. These would all be considered harmonies, right? It's just more notes happening all at the same time. Now, the key to singing a good harmony is making sure you understand the root. So in this case, I'm going to pick one. We'll say Do, Si is going to be our root here. And if you want to make sure you sing the harmony well, we'll pick an easy one, like a perfect fifth. G on top. Make sure that the root note is at the very least sounding as loud as the other notes. If you do the harmony too loud, it'll make the whole thing out of whack. And I'll just play it for you. So here's sort of imbalance. Sounds nice. Now I'm going to play the harmony note differently, and you'll hear it. It'll be a little weird. Right? It sounds not quite right, as opposed to. Now do it again. Like it kind of works, but you can hear that you lose that quality of the notes locking perfectly together. So, very key that when you're singing and you're being a good bass, that you are adding some stability, right? Like the bass section in a choir, and that the harmony is listening and tuning to the root note. Now, the note doesn't have to be above the note; it can also be below, like for example here. And the note that I'm giving preference to is going to be the one that's going to be the loudest. That's making it the root. So, just a fun little fact as you're practicing, getting used to singing in harmonies with each other. And as you get more and more advanced, there are different types of harmonies you can sing, different intervals between the notes. These are just the space in between the notes. How many notes on the keyboard are you separated by? You have seconds, thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths, sevenths, and the tritone. And a major and minor of all of them except for the fourths and the fifths. And they all have their own specific sound. I'll just play a couple. Here's a perfect fifth. And you can hear it has this like really locking quality to it. Perfect fourth also has that really beautiful quality. Yeah, it kind of has this otherworldly quality. We call it a perfect interval, actually, a perfect fourth. And then the other intervals, like the third, for example, we build our chords on. So this third to here is a chord. Can't do it all myself, of course. But anyways, that's what we talked about. Making sure, and this would be, of course, the next step. As you're, singing in more and more harmonies, as you get to hear, it's like, oh, okay, here's a perfect fifth together. Ah, all right. And then you just get used to how you lock in those different intervals in that certain way. So again, this would be completely next step. First step is practice, practice, practice. Learn your notes. Second step is who is the melody, who is the root of your harmony, and make sure that you don't overshadow the melody and of your root. And then as your harmony, you're listening to the root. And then, of course, next step would be, as you become more and more familiar with the different types of harmonies, understanding how to tune them. And, you'll always learn, for example, that a major third, you want to come down a little bit because on the piano, it's not quite right, for example. Anyways, if you didn't know what that meant, that's okay. This would be for long in the future. Happy practicing. I'll see you for the next lesson.